Hey everybody, welcome back to our vlog sessions, and today is the vlog number 3, which I will talk about the movie The Murder on the Orient Express. But this one we will come back to the old version in 1974. And this film is an adaptation of Agatha Christie's famous novel of the same name and was directed by Sidney Lumet. And the cast includes Albert Finney as Hercule Poirot, Lauren Bacall, Ingrid Bergman, and Sean Connery, and also many others. The film is set aboard the luxurious Orient Express train traveling like all the way from Istanbul to Clyde, where Poirot is tasked with solving the murder of the rich American businessman, which is Ratchet. And the main purpose of the movie is to present a traditional whodunit whodunit mystery that takes place in a luxurious and confined setting. And Detective Hercule Poirot is tasked with solving the murder of rich American businessman Ratchet on board what, the well-known train. And as Poirot learns more about the sinister past of the train's passengers, all of the people who had a reason for committing the crime, the movie just delves into the themes of like justice, morality, and the complexity of human nature. And in the end, the movie poses concerns like regarding the nature of justice, and whether pursuing it on one's own is like ever appropriate or not. And in my opinion, this film is transnational in several factors. And I have done some research on the internet after watching the movie and found out that a diverse cast we have a diverse cast for multiple countries. For example, we have Albert Finney, who played Hercule Poirot, is a British actor, and Ingrid Bergman, who played Greta, is from American, and also Lauren Bacall, which is Miss Hubbard, is from Sweden, and I think Sean Connery, who played General Aberoth, is from Swedish. No, from Scottish. Is a Scottish. And I think there are a few more, but I'm only mentioning some of the people from the main cast. And this element kind of highlights the film appeal to a global audience. And furthermore, the story takes place on the Orient Express, reach through different destinations throughout the movie, showing the movement between national borders. The multicultural and national identities of the movie time period are shown by the characters like origins and nations, which also represent the conflicts and prejudice that existed between various groups of people inside the movie. And just like any other detective movie, The Murder on the Orient Express explore moral concepts, especially as it relates to justice. And the passenger's decision to kill Ratchet in punishment for his like previous crime in the past kind of throw like doubts and thoughts for the audience on the traditional understandings of justice. Like, is it right for Ratchet, or is it like who is wrong and who is right? It's kind of like that. And for this version of the movie, I enjoy the way that they put attention to the detail and the set design and costume of the characters for the movie in 1974, and the novel is in like around the 1930s, I think. And the movie brings viewers into the world of luxurious during the 1930s, portraying the like showing the elegance and the rich lifestyle of the characters throughout the movie as well. And during the summer, I was watching another modern version of this movie made in 2017, and the actor who played Hercule Poirot was Kenneth Bernard. Sorry if I pronounce it wrong. And I feel like Kenneth version was the modern and like a little bit funny comedy one for the famous detective. But this version of Albert Finney looking like something that this comes out straight out from the book. Like his wax mustache, styled hair, and eccentric is this wonderful. And I also read some comments online, and they also think that Albert's version is probably one of the best performances of Hercule Poirot on the screen. And after this movie, I learned for myself a lesson about like the complexity of justice. It's hard for Poirot to consider who is the real criminal here, and what should he do with the situation that occurred after he found out the truth behind everything. Like the pain from the past can last for a long time and put people into bad actions, which lead to like the worst consequence. And as a viewer, I admire the way that part empathy with the passengers, and sometimes it's like very important to understanding the reasons behind people's actions instead of judging them like immediately just throughout like their action as well. I think this movie is kind of same with the one that I watched in 2017, which also from a class of Professor Ate, and it leaves viewers with appreciation for moral dilemmas and complexities of in the pursuit of justice. I feel like mm, Parrot is not only the detective that focusing on like found out the murderer of the case, but he also like think through it and like decide if they are wrong or not. And when they realize their motivation are complex, like it's a mix between like love, revenge, grief, and justice. And I think Parrot have make a kind of a hard decision, but probably the most suitable one that he could do by that time. So yeah, it was a good movie for me because since I watched the movie in 2017 as well, so I want to make a little bit like a small comparison between those two. And I mean, this version I also enjoy it as well. So that will be my third vlog for the review of the Murder on the Orient Express in 1974. Thank you guys so much for listening, and see you guys on the next vlogs upcoming soon. Bye.